Hello, welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons. I still have no idea how to start these properly, and that's just how it's going to be. Last time, the team had defeated the goat minding hags and red caps that were actually goats in the jungle, and also the giant. One of the hags managed to get away by phase shifting somewhere else. To where they do not know. We went out using the clearing that the team had found themselves in, those that could fly, which was Thrakus at the time, and Ailey flew all the way up to check out the area. Found that the jungle seemingly keeps an illusion of itself out to the very edges of perception. So it made it like the entire world was jungle to them. But there was a building, a structure of some sort that seemed to protrude out of the tops of it, and with Makai's help, it was determined that that is where the civilization was, and that way would lead out of the jungle. Took a little bit of time, but the team had finally managed their way out of the jungle, and promptly some people fell into a pool of mud, just because the jungle was tricking them. It's just how it goes. But then found themselves on this beautiful plain with many features out in the plains, rocky features, and some bushels of forest further out, but can see in the distance the construction that they are making their way towards. It seems to be some sort of city-ish sort of thing. Doesn't have walls or anything around it. It's just a pocket of civilization that they have spotted. But on their way there, between them and there is a bunch of small pools that seem like they're only like ankle to knee deep, but there are several 20 to 30 large pelican, extremely large, like giant, like the giant owl-sized pelicans that seem to be feeding there. One was seemingly chased away by some large fish that turned out to be a water nymph of some sort that was attempting to lure the team over. The team have seen through that, keeping a wide berth as they continue their way towards the town. So,
Can I
Haley
just...
is being told no touch, so she just okay, now what?
perfect.
Yeah. Can I just say how terrifying it is that you've made giant pelicans? Pelicans will try to eat a baby whole. Regular size ones.
Yeah. I didn't make them.
Varys is staying away from them.
That's a rule. That's rules as written, motherfucker. That's not me.
God damn.
You mean these
Tell what you
exist
come up with.
in the rules?
Oh
These
God.
existed well, actually, I don't know if they actually had anything in the rules about them, but I've seen drawn images of them that are official, so they do.
Been by docs and stuff. We know what pelicans are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Terrifying.
Just take that and stretch it from the corners and make it bigger.
Yeah.
Do you know how their bottom jaws work?
Teeth must be massive.
No teeth. No, but they do have
Don't you
gullet.
want to see one though?
Would you like to be eaten by one, John?
I mean, nah, but I wouldn't. I just wouldn't.
Let's not explore any gullets.
Do we see any of them actually like eating anything?
Seems like they are reaching into the ponds, like not going all the way down, like face down, if that makes sense. They're not like pointing straight down into the pools. They're sort of like dipping, like
They're scooping.
scooping with their gullets, and you see that they fill up, maybe like to like half the capacity, and then seem to shoot that water back out. But you're not sure if they're actually catching anything, or if they're just like attempting to and missing. You're not seeing any fish, and from the pools that are closest to you that you've looked over and fallen into, seem like they wouldn't really be deep enough to hold fish. So you're not really sure what the deal is.
They're scooping magic scoopers. I don't know. Seriously though, if people haven't seen that, you should look up pelicans trying to eat seagulls.
Oh, yeah,
Sometimes
pelicans
they
will
succeed.
Pelicans will straight up eat seagulls.
Oh yeah, it's fucking terrifying.
Okay.
So imagine that, but
I'm
giant.
good.
So
Jin's like, as much as he's being very bravado and like trying to goad Thoricus a little bit, he's internally thinking about like what's the smallest thing he can transform into, and would the pelican swallow it whole?
Then I will have to kill a pelican and cut you out of its guts. Please no.
No, he's like secretly terrified.
Oh, okay.
Just very secretly.
yeah. I think you can
Just-
transform into anything that's of your size category. So I think a dwarf would fit
Tall
medium.
dwarf.
A tall dwarf would fit medium.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
dwarves are just medium. I think it's only gnomes and halflings
Yeah.
that are, or and fairies and stuff. I
That are
guess,
smaller.
Yeah.
but it's small.
That is
So
why.
I know with
yeah.
halfling you do have the option. You can choose to be either.
Yeah, that is why I made the joke that an enlarged using the spell enlarge reduce. Enlarged gnome was the size of a dwarf. He is a dwarf among gnomes.
Oh, God.
Anyway, just more Baldur's Gate stuff. Anyway, you continue on what seems like some sort of pathway, where there is not ponds, where then there is not nymphs, where there is not pelicans. So you're sort of weaving in and around things, keeping away from all of this stuff, until you do make your way out of the pondy area into a more just straight sort of grass sort of thing, until you eventually end up you're gonna get some perception checks actually from people.
Does it matter that the
I
game's
am-
still paused? No.
No, it does not matter that the game is still paused.
Holy shit, Ailey looking around still.
Ailey is perceptive. It's crazy.
Not paying attention.
No,
Too terrified of the burbs.
fantastic.
Ailey probably wants to chase the birds like a cat.
Just fix this.
Is Jin still a cat?
Probably. No, you were a hag. Currently, I believe you are still a
Am I
hag.
still a hag?
Oh no, you fell in the mud,
Okay,
so
I think-
you became a tabaxi to like get rid of the mud thing.
That's right.
So probably
Um,
does not improve your perception, though. I'm afraid.
No, not at all.
But
Questionable when Ailey's the most perceptive. Oh.
I mean, I assume that you're probably still like occasionally flying up in the air and get some more view on everybody else. Why is this not letting me see your things back down? 0. There we go. Cool. Well, thanks to to Ailey, you realize that you have now entered onto farmland, and maybe trudging through somebody's crops.
Ailey is
What
hungry.
crops?
That's why she notices the food.
You're not sure yet. It's just like tilled land, so it's not currently turning into anything. You would assume something that's kept in a line, maybe a corn or a maize or anything like that. Could be tomatoes for all you know.
Oh,
It's
shit.
temperate
We shouldn't be
weather and-
trampling them. We'll make someone mad.
Shouldn't have their fucking fields so close to the forest.
Where else would they have their fields?
Mm.
Yeah, I got nothing for that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
all farce.
Should we be stealthy in our approach, or should we just flag somebody down? I feel like it didn't go so well last time, so.
I mean, we're heading into a city, right?
Hmm.
I think maybe just don't try and piss them off. So don't trample their crops.
Ah.
Ugh,
Okay. Avoid the crops.
Shouldn's like,
Good
fuck,
idea.
that's all I'm good at.
yeah.
Micaiah, do you know anything of this place?
I haven't been here before, but I mean, as far as I was aware, there was some sort of druid meeting place. I thought that we might find like just the tower and that would be there. I didn't realize there'd be such civilization. But if this is the place of the druids, then they should regard us as friends, at least initially.
Okay. All right.
Should we try and stake the place out and figure out like who's actually here?
That's not a bad idea. Can we, scope some
Sure. Roll
stuff out?
roll another perception. Anybody who's doing scoping from where you're at.
Definitely Ailey.
More alien-like, yep.
Ew. There's for the win.
She's now too busy looking
What
at the crops to see if anything's edible.
Watch out, my perfect eyes see. The 30.
Yeah. You see off in the
You got 30-30
distance.
vision.
Yeah,
Mhm.
30 vision. You see up in the distance, like this is like the cusp of it's like 700 feet away. This is a big crops that you're standing on the edge of. You can see the building. See some people at the buildings in front of you. Yeah, with a 30 like crit on this. You can tell that they are they seem elven. They've got pointy ears and are very tall and all that. Very similarly dressed to those you've seen it in Glenvalor. They've got fine woven stuff, but it's all very dirty. They're probably farmers that you're seeing.
Not seeing any people pretending to mind goats, right?
No, currently you don't see any farmed animals of any kind from where you're at, and they don't look like they're pretending to be anyone. Looks like they are who they are.
Okay, good. The main suspicion. Seems pretty normal. Looks like people tending the land. Should be okay. Look like people of elvish nature or descent, perhaps.
John's gonna turn back into like his regular half elf self and like make his magical cloak look a little bit more like farmerish, and grab like a little stalk of whatever grass with a thing on the end to like chew on and look farmery.
Wait.
Yeah,
Sure.
some sort of long stick-like weed.
Yeah, with like little bits on the end, so it kind of bobs up and down.
Mm.
Sure, you could absolutely find something like that.
Good, we're
Like,
blending
well,
in.
howdy.
Or the aesthetic.
All right. What's the plan? Heading in, trudging forward,
Yeah,
Yeah,
guess we're going
not-
in.
walking
Not
all over the
through the
crops.
crops.
No,
No.
okay.
around the crops, not through them.
Being respectful.
Hmm.
No, you can tell that, that there is some well designated lines between crops, likely to separate them from intermingling. Which way you want to go? Now,
We should probably be off the crops.
left or right?
Probably this way, I imagine, because that way we've only got trees to the side and we've got open area there that we can make sure we're not being ambushed or anything.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, like, not look like we're sneaking up.
Hmm.
Cool. Well, you trudge around, make your way into town proper, past all these farms. Yeah, you see a whole lot of cottages. Looks like a lot of this is homey sort of things. People are out and about. They don't seem to particularly regard you any differently. Almost like they're used to seeing people of of completely out of it completely out of it nature.
That describes us well.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, they don't.
These people are used to random adventurers? What? Who's
They
used to
seem
random
to.
adventurers?
Yeah.
Immediately sus.
And
Considering all
Everything else.
considering all of the places you've been to up until this point, this is extremely weird. This building appears to be some sort of warehouse. That you occasionally see some people coming in to deposit carried things. Some people leaving with boxes of stuff. Proper wooden boxes, not cardboard, obviously. Crates, I guess, is probably a better term. But yeah, no one's like approaching you or anything. You're just in the middle of town, just standing there. No
we
one's
make
the
it all the way to
wiser.
the middle.
I know you just here on the edge. So, where to from here?
Probably to the most central area, I guess.
Okay.
I assume that's where the tower is.
Yeah. So walk along this road here, and come to the tower, which is
It's very big.
yes, it is a very large,
So perceptive of Valen.
large tower, that is very angular. Look, it doesn't fit with the rest of the construction here. It looks like it was made a lot longer ago than the rest of these places were. And it is yeah, it's like mainly wooden frames, not really walls. Where there are walls, it looks like they're like a papyrus sort of material, and that seems to be only on some floors. But you can see that there is stairs between each floor, and there appears to be a couple of people on the like second floor, from where you're standing, that are praying in some fashion, in some sort of meditation.
Do I recognize the religion?
Roll me a religion check.
All of us, or just
Jen.
Mhm.
It is not a. It's not strictly a religion per se. It's very druidic. It's just they're not praying to a specific god or anything like that. They are simply meditating on the nature of the spirit and nature. So if you're looking for druids, this is the right place.
Sorry, I just need to
I
duck
think
out
we
for a
found the
couple minutes.
druids, guys.
No worries. Well,
Hey,
Micaiah,
Thoracus, I think we found the druid. And Jin's gonna like gesture slightly patronizingly towards the very obvious druids.
all right, Thoracus.
Sorry, what?
Jin has gestured to the very obvious druids and has said,
Mm-hmm.
I guess we found the druids.
Yeah. Looks like a druid to me, right? Looks like a druid to me, right?
Yeah, I guess it does.
Everyone looks like a druid to Ailey.
Yeah, I suppose. I can't remember what we were going to do when we met the druids.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
that checks out.
Yeah, don't ask
I'm
me. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, A, it was ages ago, and B, a lot has kind of happened
A lot.
recently. So,
Yeah.
you
Two naps today, my brain no worky.
Well, I just walk up to the druids like, "Yo, hey, you got a hag problem? We got rid of two of them."
Okay, so I'm imagining that this is what's happened. It's that Jun has pointed out to Thoracus on the second floor of this tower that you can see through because it's no walls on some of these floors. You can see these druids there meditating. And
Oh yeah, I just yell at them.
yeah, and Thoracus from the bottom yells up at them. Hey,
Yo, I hear you got a hag problem. Got rid of two of them.
and while it garners you a few quick looks from a couple of people idling around or moving through the square, the druids who are meditating don't seem to notice. Either that or
Fucking rude. All right. Let's see.
Micaiah, what are we?
All right. So they obviously didn't hear me. So I repeat in an incredibly loud voice. Yo, I hear you got a hag problem. We got rid of two of them. Gotta speak to you, man.
Is
can
Micaiah gonna like step in and be like, you guys
yeah,
are fucking
can
idiots?
you roll me a wisdom saving throw, please, Thoracus? Okay. So as you cast Thaumaturgy and you get out the first yell booming part of your sentence, you feel a flash of magic come over you, and you become a raven. As Micaiah polymorphs you into a tiny black bird.
Hey, when I did that, I was told off.
I'm going to attack Micaiah. Like, I'm going for the eyes.
She
How dare.
she immediately speaks to you and speak with animals as well.
I am attacking Micaiah.
Yeah.
What can I roll?
You can roll a d20. Come on, let me look at the raven stat sheet.
Always need all the animal
Well,
stats around
Could be
druids.
better, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not used to this form.
No.
I'm back.
You sort of
Can I just
Perfect.
pick at her ankles? Like,
yeah, so you got a beak
Wash
attack.
the ankles.
It's a +4 to hit, so it would be a 6. No, you don't. Micaiah just sort of grabs your beak as you go to pick for it.
you, Micaiah. Oh.
And she says, "Please, no." They're a deep
you.
meditation.
Wow.
Can I at least bite her hand?
Well, then none of okay, that one will make it through. Yes, you can bite her hand on that one.
Cool.
What
Does she let me go?
Yes, she does let you go.
Cool. I'm going to fly up to the druids.
Before, as you start to fly up, she will drop the polymorph on you to stop you from doing that.
How far do I fall?
How far would that? How far
How
would
far
you
had you
go?
gotten?
Yeah, you're a raven, so you can fly 50 feet. And
But it takes some time to do that.
it does.
So how quick
and you,
was she
are
at this
you?
point?
Would you have been? You would probably have been dashing, so you probably would have gotten 100 feet. But it would have been angular, so probably not like a full 100.
And I wouldn't have gotten all of that way before she managed to drop it because it's concentration.
No, she had
right?
to do she had
Yeah.
to. True, it's
Something, I don't
concentration.
know.
She can do that as a reaction. You're right.
So in
Um,
reality, she should have dropped it as soon as I bit her.
No, she was hoping that you would still, that you would see reason, instead of immediately flying off. So, a little bit shocked as well.
I'm just pissed that she dared to do that to me. I don't give a shit what kind of reason she has. Rude ass bitch.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, roll 5d6 for me, please.
Okay.
As you fall 50 feet. Cool. You take 20 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground.
I'll take it off.
Okay. And she will immediately come running over to you.
And I will hellish rebuke her.
Okay.
1 moment. Because my hotbar doesn't work anymore.
She takes
Can I
half that
get a
damage.
rundown of what happened, please?
Sure. So.
Because I feel like I should be reacting to this.
Yes. So.
You gotta control your girlfriend.
So. You approach the tower, find out that it's. I'm not sure how much of this you got. So find out that it's a few stories tall, much taller than the rest of the place. It
There
is,
were some people praying was the last thing I
yes,
remember.
perfect. So people praying in there. Jin found out that they were druids of some sort, and deep meditation, in some sort of deep meditation. Thoricus yelled to try and get their attention. It didn't seem to do much. use thaumaturgy to make it boom more.
Ah,
And
okay.
Micaiah attempted to stop them from doing so, and when they began using thaumaturgy to make it even louder, that's when Micaiah polymorphed Thoracus into a raven,
Okay.
in an attempt to, at least be a little polite about it. Like, this is
Try and
this is
chill the situation down.
this is a person.
I
This
can
is a
see why that went badly.
Yeah, this is who you've. This is the sort of thing you've turned into before. So, I'll try and get as close to that as I can. Didn't go so
Full
well.
offense.
Got bitten. Got picked at. And then when released, Thoracus attempted to fly up to the druids. And before doing that, Micaiah has dropped their concentration on the polymorph. Thoracus fell 50 feet and has hellish rebuked that drop damage. Micaiah, safe from that, has taken half of that damage, but is running over. And you can very clearly see she is preparing a Cure Wounds spell to cast on you when she gets to you.
You can very clearly see me pulling a dagger.
Varys steps in between them.
Mhm.
Can we not do this, please? Please don't hurt each other or turn each other into birds.
Ailey just kind of like stands next to Thoracus because she's just like, they hurt the friend. That's the more friend than the friend.
Mm-hmm.
Order of importance.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, Micaiah is still holding up this Cure Wounds spell in their hands, but is, bowing their head slightly, surrendering. It's still a little bit away from you, so I don't get stabbed.
Mm.
But it says...
Varys is the only one that would be in stabbing range. He's put
Yes.
himself in the way.
I'll look Varys in the eyes because I'm still on my ass at
Of
this
course.
point. And I will lower the dagger
Much
because
appreciated.
I ain't about to stab Varys.
Cool. We have a lot of shit to deal with here. Let's not stab people that we know at least have our backs in fights, yeah?
She doesn't have my back.
Fair. She had your feathers, which wasn't a great idea, but we need to get along, at least. For now. I feel like not getting along with people is how we die here.
It's not me who would die.
She started it.
It's not up to anybody to say who would die or who would probably die. But sure, that is what it is. But we got shit to do here. Let's go talk to some people. Varys will head off towards the druids.
Okay. Micaiah will tentatively walk up and say,
Thoracus will just hiss at her
I'm sorry.
and straight up walk off.
Well, she will get a Cure Wounds off on you. Not a great one, but she still gets it off. So you get 7 points of healing. And we'll get out what she's trying to say, which is, I'm sorry, but I didn't want to cause a scene.
La 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 la, and I'm walking away.
Okay,
I refuse.
fair enough.
Ailey will like awkwardly pat Micaiah on her shoulder and be like, "You tried," and just walks away following Thoracus.
Mm-hmm.
And Jun's gonna like also do a similar like walk up beside Micaiah, pat her on the shoulder, and be like, "It's alright. We've all done. Wow, I've done that. Like, it will forgive you eventually. Thoracus will. She's grumpy, okay? And I know I also provoked her, so like, fair. Come on."
Okay. So, Varys is heading upstairs towards the druids. Thoracus, I guess you're just heading off in between some buildings,
Mm-hmm.
and Ailey is following you. Jen, are you following behind them, or are you going up with Varys and the druids?
Jun's going with Varys to the druids. He feels like maybe he should not provoke Thoracus for a little bit.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Bailey over here. Console definitely would have followed. And you guys are going upstairs. Okay. So, for any Americans watching, the second floor is after the first floor, and the first floor is after the ground floor, which is on the bottom. Okay. So the second story is the third one above, the third level. Which might not sound like it makes sense to you guys, but it actually does. Anyway.
I get you.
So, you go up the first flight of stairs, and you're on to the first floor. And you go up the next flight of stairs, which is this open area where you do see some druids dressed similarly to Micaiah and in leaves and other sort of matted fur and tree and twigs and a bunch of stuff in their attire, as opposed to the attire of the other people you've seen, which has been woven and other materials. It's very much more druidic, and they still appear to be in, despite the despite what happened outside, they still do appear to be in deep meditation.
So why aren't we supposed to interrupt the meditation?
You're not there. You're with Thoracus.
Oh,
So,
Micaiah, we might take your lead on this. This is not my area of expertise.
yes. There should be somebody here to talk to. That's not.
We just keep going upstairs until we find somebody who's not meditating?
I guess.
Okay.
All right. You travel up several flights of stairs until you reach what you think would be the top of the tower, based on how many stories it is, like 6 or 7 stories from what you could see. But then it keeps going. Like, you can see out from the top of the tower, from the level that you're on. There's no walls on it. You can see out. You can even make out the Thoracus and Ailey doing things outside. But it's weird. You feel like you're at a higher point than what you've seen the tower's height to actually be.
Varys is gonna lean over to John. Have you seen anything like this before?
Jun's like, magic tower, magic tower. Has Jin seen anything like this before?
Roll me a history check. Nah, this is completely out of Jin's depth.
No, man, I don't know what I'm doing. This is weird.
Uh-huh.
Is it bigger on the top? I don't know.
Wow.
He's so eloquent today.
Perfect. Like all the time. Well, Micaiah will look out and be like, that's very odd. But I guess the Feywild's just kind of like that. Doesn't it seem more and more like that's the case?
Yeah, it really does. I keep waiting for like the end of it, you know, the varying levels of weirdness, but it just keeps going, just keeps
Yeah.
rolling onwards.
It does just keep going. I mean, perhaps that's why the tower
Like
was.
the tower.
And the trees.
Perhaps that's the reason the tower was built here. So it could
You
reach
just
up into
keep
this place.
Are there still people meditating, like, at this
Yes.
high point in the tower?
Yes, you do see every time that you've gone onto one that has open walls, onto each one of those levels, there does appear to be at least one or two druids who are meditating. You haven't seen anything that really distinguishes the floors in any way, other than them being, you know, different looks, you know, different people every time. They're not the same druid. If that's what you're wondering, on each floor they are of different people. I mean, that would be a mind fuck just for you guys. It's the same druid on every floor, but it's not.
Oh my
They are different
God.
people, of different genders, of different you know, they are all elves, but they have, if you were from the Elven Kingdom, you would say that they were from the different elements. As you've seen, ones with darker skin color, ones with greener sort of pigmentation, pinker and bluer, to denote the different elements. But they all have been druids, and they have all been mostly in green colors, which would denote them as being part of the Earth Nation, but they don't appear to keep to that same sort of strict regimen that the prime material plane elves have kept to. But once you travel another 2 flights and are about to get onto another floor, that I guess another 3 flights, and onto another floor, a floor that you would really believe is truly the top of this. This is really where it should end based on what you've seen outside. As you're looking up the staircase onto that floor, and you would expect to see, you know, sky. You'd look out into one that's not walled, based on the pattern you've been recognizing here. You expect to see a wallless interior to this tower, and instead you see starlight. You're not seeing the twilight sky that you have been seeing so far. It is like pure night from this particular part of the tower.
Interesting. So is there like starlight that we can see?
Yeah, so you can see stars coming in, which is completely different to what you've been seeing previously. When you looked up at the sky before, you know, it was like there were 2 suns on either side. It was just a constant sort of milky, you know, dark blue sky, that the only real celestial body you saw was the the black sun. From within this particular level of the tower, you can see stars.
Holy shit.
I can't remember if Jun saw the night sky dome.
Oh, the tower?
Yeah,
No,
at
Jun.
the university.
I think Jun
I think
ever
this
did
would
see it
probably
activate.
bring up some memories. Does this bear any resemblance to the tower that we saw?
I mean, in the same way that the star sky does bring it back then.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
So
also like an out of place
yeah, I guess.
seeming.
Yeah, getting to
Yeah.
the top of a tower, seeing this, that does bear certainly there's certainly a lot of connections here that you would that would invoke that for you for Varys as well.
Striking similarities.
Yeah.
It's a lot like the inside of the Sorcerer's Tower back in the mountain. Very strange. Is there anybody around on this level?
Do you actually have to? You do go up the stairs now, into this part of the tower, and can see that it doesn't close off like it looked like the tower did outside. It is the end of the trek. There is no further stairs going up, but there is that perfect dome of stars around you. You can look down and over the sides of this floor now, and can see the same village that you saw before, but somehow like it's in its nighttime state, that you would never see normally, as the village, the Feywild is constantly in twilight. You see meditating here far larger number of druids than any other floor. There's like 4 on each corner of this place, but standing in a way so that you guys have to turn around once you get up the stairs to spot them. Sort of in a kind of a rude kind of a way, not like a they're meant to be greeting you, but they're purposefully standing in a place that makes it uncomfortable for you to like see them when you first get there. That's the sort of vibe that they seem to be giving off. But they are a green of the earth, of the earthen element druid. So very similar looking to Micaiah, with deep green hair, a tannish complexion, standing there, sort of leaning on a staff that appears to be made entirely out of bone. Like it's like one long bone that reaches from their shoulder all the way down to the ground, that has been carved beautifully. They are sort of leaning on and grinning as you turn around to face them. Hello.
Hello. Happy to see us.
Yes, you made quite the journey.
Just got like the hello there in my head from that. That's why my
Hello
brain
there.
started to say it, and then I cut myself, and it would have been really confusing.
General Varys.
Generally, Varys.
Yes. Yes, you made a journey, getting here, obviously, and then climbing all of the steps. It's been a while since someone has done that.
You were watching us the whole time, were you?
Not the whole time.
Conveniently not looking at us when we had to fight a bunch of hags?
I didn't see you enter the Feywild. I saw you enter the city, though.
Okay. Micaiah, your words would probably be better here than my own.
Ah, yes.
More measured, at least.
True. I've never met you before. You're a druid within the Earthen Kingdom, yes? Well, technically, yes, I suppose I am. And as are many of the druids you see here, but well, this place is a little bit off of the reservation, as it were. And yeah, I don't really know how much to explain to you because I don't know you either. But I guess I just want to know why you guys have come. And Mikhail,
Oh, you just seemed like super knowledgeable, so
that is fair. I do know a great many things, but it was my understanding that all of the capable druids from Glenvalor had already been sent, and are, well, currently praying within this tower. Well, meditating. Praying, same difference.
The two are often interchangeable, I think.
Yes, especially when attempting to contact, well, I guess a divine being. I guess praying kind of makes more sense, really.
So,
which divine being are you trying to contact?
Well, I guess, if in your terms, as as one of you is none of the Feywild, it is...
Varus raises an eyebrow.
Fair enough.
Jun also raises an eyebrow.
They just looking at each other with raised eyebrows.
Yep. Double raised eyebrow. As one of you is not of the Feywild, I'll explain it in those terms. They are attempting to contact the Fey Queen Titania in her endless slumber. They are strictly in the Feywild a divine being by all means and measures. They have divine power. They can see from within all of their subjects. They are a god, a living god. And
But asleep?
yes, Titania has been asleep since before the prime material plane even formed. Shortly after.
Sounds a bit lazy to me.
That's a long ass nap.
It is. I mean, she's not inactive. She's a divine being. She's able to give her power to any who worship her, and provide small, minute bits of her power. And there is a level of divine consciousness beyond anything that we mortals could really fully understand. That is alive and active and awake. But the state of the Fey realm has been problematic, as I'm sure you have been filled in. So the druids have
there's
been...
a big old celestial body that shouldn't be there.
Yes, and you see her look up in the direction of where you would see it in the sky, outside of this, star dome. And as she does that, you see it slowly come into view, like it has been there in the sky the whole time, but has been hidden by the darkness. Yes, that is part of it. And she turns back to you, and it slowly fades back. He's probably the main cause of this whole thing, but there are other forces at play that require require a more fair hand, more powerful hand.
Oh,
Well, as you've so eloquently put it, and as your friend below tried to put it, there is a bit of a hag problem.
yeah, just a little bit. Oh, Varys will produce one of the middle bars. They had these on them. Do you know anything about this?
So, so the way that the structure here of, let me try and put this in perspective. So you've sort of been talking like at a distance, right? You're not right up against them. You're not there. You can hear them clearly. They're sort of like across the room, sort of stuff. There's no echo or ambient noise coming in that is ruining the sound here. But when you produce this this metal, suddenly she is in front of you, like within touching distance, and has gently grabbed it. And as you look back up to her to try and gauge where she's at now, she's back where she was.
Oh. Varys doesn't say anything, but he just sort of grumbles.
And then she's holding it very carefully between her fingers, and is inspecting it mildly. Ah, yes, this piece of metal is attuned to the Black Sun, to the beachhead that.
The what? Sorry.
Well, I'm sure you've seen it, where the statues are.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Varys goes very quiet.
The plane of the Black Sun is well, it's not easy to get to if you're not dead. If that makes sense. It's because it has been actively sealed away. Getting there and getting back is difficult even for the hags that serve him. So I assume that they all had one of these to make their plane shift easier.
Okay.
Why are hags serving this decade?
Well, I believe that he has promised the return of their Baba Yaga.
Who? Does Varys know who Baba Yaga is?
Roll a history check. I believe that Thoricus
Engine roll a religion check?
Sure. I believe that Thoricus did briefly mention something about Baba Yaga, and same with Micaiah, about being the original hag, that created the rule of three, to begin with. The first, the hag that created that is said to have been the first, the true hag. Created
The
all
original.
hags. Yeah, created all hags, and had instated the requirement for the hags, the covens requiring three, and the entire architecture of all of that. That's all that you can remember with your history check there, Varys.
The first one.
Yes. And with that religion check, Chun, you would know maybe. Did you get anything else out of that? Oh, 13. No, I don't think you get anything additional
Yeah.
from a 13, I'm afraid. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you do also remember Thoracus saying that stuff about that. And yes, this druid will continue. She'll say, yes, the first. Believed, well, yes. I guess we do have to talk in those sort of terms at this point. Believed to have been slain by Titania before the formation of the material plane. The hags have always believed that if they got strong enough, if they ever found the right potion, the right portal, that they could resurrect their Baba Yaga. And, well, who better to truly fulfill on that promise than the prime god of death.
Ugh. Okay. I mean, that does sound like motivation, but we took out 2 and the 3rd got away.
Ah, well, she will be after you, but I can imagine that is not an unusual thing for your lot.
A lot of people want to kill us.
Good.
Ah, how did you guess?
You just have that air about you.
Mm.
Yeah. I
Jin's
should
gonna
probably
like
wash a
wink at
bit
her.
more.
But yes, so you're just here to help clear out the hags? Is that what you're here for?
Assistance in
Have
defeating
we-
the Black Sun God?
Sorry, what was that, Jim?
I was just asking, have we like actually done introductions yet? Do we know what her name is?
Nope. But she seems like she knows your names, even though she hasn't said them.
I think
yes, helping with the Black Sun.
if Micaiah's not good.
Makai's not going to.
If Micaiah's not gonna say anything, and Jin's kind of gonna go into like his best, political friend making mode, and just kind of go, ah, yes, well, I am Jin, and this is Varys and Micaiah.
Varys
And,
gives a little wave.
with a bit more flourish than that. Maybe add some of Varys's titles, and if he knows any of Micaiah's, and then kind of say, and at your service in regards with the hags, but yes, our ultimate god.
Sorry, I lost the end of that.
And you are. Oh, sorry, internet's a bit key at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, he'll say, is it really bad?
A little bit.
Okay.
It seems a bit more stable now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just like while you were trying to make that whole speech, it was like robot time, robot time.
Oh yeah, robot Jin. Yeah, no, he'll kind of having introduced the group, he'll say, yes, Yes, no, at your service in regards to the hags, but our ultimate goal is to rid the world of that infestation of a sun god. And you are?
Oh, no need to worry about me. I am purely, I'm purely the manifestation of the joint consciousness of all of the druids within this tower. So I don't really have a name, I'm afraid.
Ah, handy trick.
Does Varys believe that?
Roll an insight check.
Hmm.
I think at this stage, Jun's like, okay, whatever, weird shit's happening.
Um, that um,
You rolled high, god damn it.
you did.
Hey.
I mean, out of all of the weird things that you've seen lately,
Mhm.
this is one of the less weird, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds
So
about right.
you can looking, yeah. Okay, we'll go from this probably. When you like take a deeper look into that comment and like try and like think back on anything that could give that away, it does kind of make sense. You know, she doesn't look like she's particularly old or particularly young. There's no like real
Mhm.
defining feature that you can see about her. Like she is an amalgamation of a bunch of different features. Like you have a hard time isolating any particular inflection in her words that would give away any sort of like real personality to her. And every time she like, you know, she's been stopping to think a lot in between, you know, which is sort of my my dealing with her, but that is the sort of thing that she is going for, is that she is, well, that I'm going for her, is that she is deciding on what to say based on a lot of input.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why you sort of also got, that's why you got that all knowing, all feeling presence from her, because she's pulling from a lot of information, and as such she's able to see everything that's going on in the town. Yeah, it's definitely plausible.
Okay. Cool. More going for this can be some weirdness, but as long as it's not Black Sun weirdness, that's my main concern.
That's fair. Yeah.
Cool.
Yes. So, while you're Varys,
Mhm.
she will go ahead and probably spout off your titles just to be an asshole, mainly. That seems to be a whole vibe. Like she's tapped into the troublemaker part of every person that she's part of. So she just goes through all of your titles. I don't see if I can. No, I haven't set that up just yet. Damn it! I don't have that down.
Were you gonna stunt on me?
Yeah, I was
with my
gonna
own
just go ahead
titles?
and read them all. In your biography? No, they're not.
I don't think so.
No, I have them written down somewhere else. That's fine. Yeah, she goes through all of those. And Jun, and she says, Jun, chosen of Null, child of Can I even pronounce this correctly? Melireus,
Oh god, I need to write shit down.
which is not something you've ever heard before.
No. Just like the fuck.
And Micaiah, Druid of the Earth, and also Tharicus and Ailey. I don't need to say all their things, they're not here.
Nice.
How do I
smooth.
spell that? Sorry. Scully?
MELRAIUS.
Thank you.
Tharicus has been put in AFK. And they're back. Right. Basically says, and Tharicus and Ailey and Codswallop. No, they're not here. Don't need to say their full titles, but thank you very much for being willing to aid us. And yes, we do understand that you're not here just to fight. Sorry for being like this. It's just, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Thank you very much for coming. We would desperately like your help on a variety of many things, particularly when it comes to the Black Sun God. But his hold here is very much keyed into the hags as it stands, and
Makes sense.
yes, they're the reason that you can see him plainly. Ideally, we would eventually contact Titania, and she would be able to do something. Maybe at the very least, we're hoping she would call to court all of the Archfey and all of the Fey in this realm and bring the hags back into line, along with her sister. But we don't know how long that's going to take. So, in the meantime, there is something that you can, I guess, fetch for us. Yes, that's probably the best way to put it.
You want us to fetch
Fetch.
something?
Yes, it's not. I'm making it easier. It's making it sound easier than it will be. North of here, in the mountains, past the ever thicket wood above you, above us, north of us, same difference. What did I just call that?
Ever
What?
thicket.
Ever thicket. Wood. In the mountains, through the ever thicket wood, you will find the sister of Titania. And hopefully she is nice. She's not normally nice, so you might have to
You're
persuade.
really talking up this job, you know?
You might have
Have
to
go
persuade
fetch
her.
something, and it's a person too. So we're like
No.
kidnapping, but they might also be mean.
You don't have to. You don't have to pitch her. She is going to point you in the direction of the thing that we need.
Okay.
Hopefully, if she is not particularly forthcoming, we would like you to be a little persuasive. She is not.
I'm good at that.
Yes, she is not
Flynn is not good at that.
Varys struggles to keep his face straight.
She is not known to be particularly nice, as she is. She's the evil sister of Titania. That's basically how everyone's ever put it. No one ever sees her anymore because of that fact. She might also be a crystal. We don't know.
Sorry, what? Hold on.
we
So
don't.
You can't just
We
blow
don't.
past that.
We don't know. Okay,
But-
there's a whole lot of texts. This whole realm was here before time. Okay,
That
things are weird.
I,
So she hopefully will tell you the location of the darkened blade.
okay, but like you say that she's the evil queen and things. So like if she's not just nice and tells us where it is, what should we expect?
That you might have to fight a bunch of other fae, evil fae, that you've been fighting along the way anyway. Hags and redcaps and giants and all that stuff. But
Right.
she's still royalty, so she should at least be accepting of people of your nobility, titles and all that.
Diplomats.
Diplomats. So she
Ah.
should at least extend those same things. That the Rikers will help you a lot. They are extremely aware of the nature of the Fae and how they operate. They are very strict rules, and they will keep you safe during your experience here. And if you somehow manage to
Oh no.
bring something or
Rules.
help the if you get on the good side of Titania's sister, she would be a great ally. So, think of that
Does
as
she have a
what you will.
name?
Not that we know of.
Oh,
Is there a
That
title we
seems-
should call her by?
Yes, she is. Let me find it.
So I don't feel like calling her the evil queen will endear us to her for
No.
some reason.
She is the Queen of Air and Darkness.
Okay. I should be able to remember that.
Yes. So, if you get on, however you do it, if you could find out if she knows and find then the Darkened Blade, it'd be a great help, as it is theorized, rumored, it is believed that it was with that blade that Titania slew both Baba Yaga and many other evil fae. And it is believed to have entrapped their souls within.
Oh,
So, if you could get a hold of it, probably don't hold it with your bare hands. You've seen how that goes.
but excuse me.
Yes, you know what I mean.
Is it gonna look different to me as well?
Quite possibly.
Uh,
So, if you can bring that back to us, we can hopefully put it in a more secure location, or perhaps perhaps your team can figure out some way of putting it that's more secure. Honestly, we just wanted to make sure that it stays out of the Black Sun's hands, as he will surely be looking for it as well.
he seems to have a much more obvious foot into this realm. Maybe if we could take it to another realm, it'd be safer. I don't really know. This guy's hopping planes all the time.
Yes, that is an option. If we simply put it in another prime god's plane, he would not be able to gather it from there. I don't know if you know any other prime gods that you can talk to, but
we know a couple, a few perhaps.
yeah. Just a few, you know.
okay.
Not gonna name drop anyone.
Nah, I'm sure they already know anyway.
All right. But that's also an option. But if we could get it back into the hands of Titania when she was, if she shows up, it would be even more valuable.
Hmm.
As it would increase the strength of a Fey god. I mean, that would be helpful for us if she's going to help us.
I don't mean to be rude with this. Maybe I'm just not understanding properly. But if calling Titania for help against the Black Sun God who is encroaching on the realm doesn't rouse her from her slumber, what would?
That's a great question. we don't know what is keeping her asleep. And as far as we were told in I guess the scripture would be the right term, that when the realm was threatened, the druids should come together and simply call for her. Perhaps there is another part that we were not told. Perhaps she has been asleep longer than she expected. Perhaps we have not got every druid we need. Perhaps we need somebody else to talk with her. But at this point, all we have is we keep trying. If you can retrieve the blade, perhaps that would also awaken her, having her weapon restored. Perhaps her sister could help, if you manage to talk to her about it. Perhaps many things. This land is rife with other creatures who are both knowledgeable and tricksy. So even the words that we have written down might not... We've only extracted the bits that we can guarantee to trust. So there may be somebody or something that you find along your journey that may help. But we just don't know. And we're trying our best. And as it stands right now, the Black Sun isn't fully here. They look back up and the Black Sun appears again. Once it is impossible for us to hide it in this dome, that's when he'll be here.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, hide what in the stone?
So every time she's mentioned and looked towards where the Black Sun is in the sky, it's been like slowly fading into view. So normally you're just seeing stars around in this dome and yeah, just the stars, just the night sky brimming with starlight in this room. But when she looks up and acknowledges that the Black Sun's there, that's when it starts to appear and you can actually see it. And then when she looks away, it fades back into the darkness. Yes. Sorry I didn't have better news for you, but that's sort of the pickle that we're in.
There's never really good news in times like these. There's just news.
I can say that you might find some potions being sold around here that you will like.
That would be wonderful. In fact, we could use some potions and things. We expended some resources on our way here.
Good. Well, they will accept your currency. I'm sure you...
What if we don't have much currency?
I'm sure that they can accept an IOU as well.
Okay, good. It's like gonna go save the world, be back in a few days, sort of thing.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they are... The populace here are technically fey creatures, so promises to them are a little bit more binding than
I
promises.
see. Right. I don't know if I want to be offering an IOU then.
Well, you can trust them to keep their end of the bargain at least.
Yeah, sure, but I've already got boots that might walk my feet around to find other boots when I die, so I don't know if I want to be making promises to other people, you know?
No, I don't think they'll do that.
Mm. 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 Okay. You can.
Jin's gonna go, ah, you're right, Varus. Like, honest, you've got to be dead first. Worry about that when it happens.
Yeah, yeah, fine, okay.
Cool.
Jin is using an overly cavalier attitude to cover up any feelings he has.
That's fair.
Fair enough. Okay.
Well then,
Um,
thank you very much. We'll look forward to seeing you again. I guess while you're all here, we'll yeah, why not? And you sense a sort of wash of energy over you. And you all get the, well, those of you who have come up, get the effect. If I can find it, please give it to me. It's not the one. Man. You all get the effect of bliss.
Ooh. Hey.
Which doesn't seem to go away after 60 seconds like it would normally. You're not sure how long that's going to last.
cool. Right. I guess we should probably go and find the others then.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Well, what have the others been doing? So, we return back
question.
to Thoricus and Ailey, who have left as the team has gone back up the tower. Thoricus and Ailey, where are you guys going and what are you doing? You're in a strange
Well, Ailey was
land.
following Thoricus,
Yep.
so
So Thoricus?
I'll wait for a confirmation there of what Ailey would have done. It's like, what was
Is there a
Thoricus' plan?
pub?
Yeah. All right. Oh my god. Is it
Oh,
round
boy.
2 of them with the spice shit again?
Oh no.
He
There
totally
is,
would have gone to a bar though. Yeah.
yeah. There is not a pub, but it is a small town. So even with the critical failure, there is a tavern, or an inn. There is a place that seems like it would serve adventurers and has some sort of so what's the thing I'm shooting for here?
Asking the wrong person.
Yeah. There's a tavern. There's an inn. That's what you see. It's 2-storied. It seems like there's some music and stuff coming from it. It's the place. It's pretty actively being advertised as the place that that takes in random people. Everywhere else mainly looks like a house that somebody lives in.
Okay. Well,
Sounds
I'll go march in there, and I'm just gonna ask for uh, a bottle of whatever's strongest.
Okay. They don't say anything. They look you up and down as they're reaching behind the bar. Pull out a very thick, dark-looking bottle full of some mysterious substance, and say, "That'll be 10 silver."
Done. I'll take that off. Done.
Mm,
Cool. I grab it and march right out.
Ailey will be like, "Mate, is there another one of those?" To the bar person.
Yeah. Pulls up another one. 10,
Yeah.
10 silver.
Please remove for me.
Okay. 10 silver.
Trying to explain to someone what's been going on. They didn't realize.
Fair enough. All right. You both have big bottles of the strongest thing that they could offer, as requested.
I'm gonna try and find the tallest tree I can. I presume it's like this one in my
Yeah.
nearest vicinity.
The closest one,
And
closest, tallest one. Yep.
I'm gonna climb it
Before or after drinking?
before.
Okay. Let me roll a...
Ailey will like probably take a few swigs as Thoricus climbs the tree and then just fly up to wherever Thoricus stops.
Yeah, sounds about right. Well, Thoricus, you may roll an acrobatics check with advantage. You're pretty good at climbing trees. Yep, you successfully climb to the very tippy top of the tallest tree. Bottle in hand.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start angry drinking.
Ailey will fly down from above and sit on a branch next to you. Cool. All right. Well, Constitution saving throw from you there, Thoricus.
I'm trying to. Where are we? Oh, over
Over
there.
here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. This
They
tree.
found us.
Cool. So,
I
so
presume Codswallop kind of walked around in circles for a bit, pawed at the tree, and then curled up and kind of laid down at the bottom of the tree.
in a word, he probably didn't paw at the tree or anything. He probably saw it. You both go up and was just like, oh, okay. And then just, rested, lied down at the base of the tree. Wasn't too like, he didn't pine after you or anything like that. He's like, I know where you guys are. I'll chill out here. So then we'll do a little retcon here. When you guys were looking out at the looking out of the city in the nighttime state that you could see it in over the starlights, you could see make out very slightly your two friends at the edge of the city knocking back big glass bottles of stuff.
Sounds about right.
So, you make it back down to the bottom of the tower. Still feeling blessed. Where are you guys going?
Probably heading towards our friends, I imagine.
Alrighty then. I'd say you have no trouble.
Yeah, I suppose we
Shoot.
should go get them.
Mm.
As you have seen where they were, so you have no problem making it over there. And you see Codswallop still just curled up at the bottom of the tree.
Give him a pat.
Morph.
Hey, could you two come down, please? Or would you prefer if we came up to you?
Fuck off.
I mean,
Ailey will look down and be like, "It's not a good idea."
which part? The going up there or the coming down?
Both.
Okay. Hmm.
The Rikers. I mean, not the right. Varys just doesn't know how to read it.
Nope.
Uh-huh.
Really
He's
doesn't.
just like, what?
Well, okay then. Varys is going to walk to the nearest pub.
Yep, that's pretty close.
The tavern.
That's the tavern.
Yup.
that you
The
had
inn.
been- The
Yep,
inn
indeed.
tavern thing.
Yeah.
What's give me and he just pops down 3 silver. Whatever that'll get me, please.
Okay. Like looks at it for a moment, seems like trying to calculate. And then grabs a jug that's like a waxed wooden jug. It's probably like a pint in size. Pours some unknown dark liquor into it. There you go.
Cool. Alright, thank you.
Oh,
Varys will bring that back over to the group
um,
and just start chugging it.
Fair enough.
Jun will, before Varys chugs it, have a sniff and see if he wants to buy some for himself.
Roll an investigation.
hang on, Dizzy is absolutely screaming right.
Fair enough. Yeah, seems pretty good.
All right. Jun's gonna go also buy some.
All right.
Was it 3 gold? 3 silver? Sorry.
3 silver.
Yeah,
I
he just
spent.
said 3 silver. Whatever buys me that. So you don't know what it was. You don't know how he got it.
He just walked back with this. That
Yeah.
was it.
Okay. So yeah, Jun will go in there and be like, "Oh, I'll have what he had."
Sure. 3 silver.
Here you go.
So, oh, okay. Pulls you in another, like a waxed wooden tankard. Pulls you a drink. It's not the best ale you've ever had, but it's pretty good.
Jun will go, "Cheers, mate," and walk out and join the group.
Cool. Well, you all sort of congregate around this tree that Thoricus and Ailey are at the top of. You see Micaiah is like planted herself next to Codswallop and is just petting him to dear life.
I'm gonna freaking I'm gonna scribble a note and attach it to an arrow
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna shoot it at her feet.
Okay. You successfully shot it at her feet. What does the note say?
Well, does she open it?
Yeah, she'll open
Don't touch my dog.
it. She immediately stop and drag her ass back a couple of feet. And that is where we will finish up for tonight. It's 10 o'clock. We're all very tired. And I just realized that you guys are not on the map there for a little bit. But oh well. That's fine. You're recording, you'll understand.
Are we ever really on the map?
That is true. The map is more like a guideline than an actual rule.
The map is a state of mind.
Exactly. Cool. Well, thanks everybody. This is where we're gonna finish up for tonight. Hopefully it was as good for you as it was for us.
Yeah, a lot better for you than it was for Micaiah.
Mhm. Oh yeah. Alrighty. Goodbye, peoples. Bye bye.
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 Bye.